In this short video, I'm going to talk about using the right hand rule with 2 fingers and a thumb to do a cross product with the vector product. Now the first thing you always make sure is you have a right hand coordinate system. And a right hand coordinate system is one that's defined that it has the x direction, the y direction, and the z direction. And the I hat is the unit vector in the x, j hat unit vector in the y, k hat unit vector in the k. And a right hand coordinate system will follow this, will work here, that I hat cross j hat equals k hat. And we'll show what that means. So there's, in a cross product, there's 2 terms. Order matters. J hat cross I hat is not the same as I hat cross j hat. So you always have to think which one's the first one. And with the right hand, using this methodology with the 3 fingers and the thumb method, we have to set up your hand always like this. That you have the first finger goes with this first term in the cross product. That's your pointer index finger. And I have it labeled the 1 here. And then your middle finger, I've labeled 2. You have to set it up that it's perpendicular to the first finger, and your thumb is your output. So the first finger, pointed finger goes with the first term. That's your first finger. This finger goes with the middle finger goes with this second term. The last term is the output, and that goes with the thumb. And you got to set it up so your thumb is perpendicular to both these 2. This is perpendicular to those 2. So you have a coordinate system in your hand right there. With a 1, 2, and the output, your thumb. So we'll try this out. So I hat, what you do is you take this first term and you have to have your finger point in that direction. So I have to orient myself so that this first finger is pointing in the I hat direction. So there's number 1, pointing in the I hat direction, and then your middle finger points in the j hat direction. It points in the direction of whatever the second term says. Well, that says j hat. Okay, and then your thumb is going to be in here. You see the thumb is pointing out of the board, and this is the isometric view of it. But essentially this means that the k hat direction is out of the board. So therefore, this is a coordinate system where I hat cross j hat equals k hat. So let's try some other problems here, and you always keep your fingers like this. You're going to rotate your hand around, so the first for your first pointer finger goes in the direction of where it says. So it says minus k hat. So minus k hat is into the board. So now I have my first finger pointed into the board. That's following that direction. And then I hat, I have to have my second finger, my middle finger here, that has to go in the I hat direction. So I have to spin it around and go in the I hat direction. So now I have the first finger is into the board, minus j hat. Okay, middle finger is the second term in the I hat direction, and you can see that my thumb is pointing down. So that's my output. So that's in the minus j hat direction. So let's try the third one, minus j hat cross minus k hat. So minus j hat is j hat's up, so minus j hat's down. Minus k hat, well this right now is the second finger is pointing in the positive k hat, so I got to spin around, so I got to turn that in there. So let's check again. The first finger is in the minus j hat down direction. The middle finger is in the minus k hat into the board direction. So my output, my thumb here, is now in the positive I hat direction. So that's the correct answer. And one thing we can see when you look at this is that the output vector is perpendicular to the plane that has these 2 in it. So it's always going to, so if these are i's and j's, this is going to be a k. And if these k's and i's, we know that's going to be a j. We just don't know, is it plus or minus. So pause the video right now, and then get your fingers set like this, ready to go, and solve this problem and see if you can do it. So pause the video. Okay. So let's do it. So first pointer finger goes in the direction of the j hat, which is up, okay? And then this middle finger goes in the minus I hat direction, like that. You can see my thumb is pointing out of the board, in the positive k-hat direction. So the answer for this problem is positive k-hat. And that's how you use your 2 fingers and thumb methodology. And always remember that order matters. This finger goes with this one, this finger goes with this one, and your thumb, and keep your hand such that the 2 fingers and the thumb are always 90 degrees from the other one. So this is one of the 2 commonly used methods to using the right hand rule. The other common method I cover how to do it in a video. We'll do a quick check on that right now. We'll just do this last problem using that method. You can look at that video, see how I do it. A lot of times if I have time in a test or something, I'll use one of the 2 methods and then I'll check it with the other method to be sure. So this quick summary of how to do that one: you line all your fingers. You don't sit like this. You just line them all up. You pick the first vector, so that's the positive j-hat vector. Align everything in the positive j-hat direction. Okay, then turn your palm towards the direction of minus I-hat, so that towards the left. And then when you bend your fingers over, they used to be going the first direction, and now they go in the second direction. Okay, then you stick your thumb out, and that tells you the output. The thumb is always going to be the output, and so that's out of the board in the positive k-hat direction. So that's how the other method works. Choose which one you like. Either way can get you the right answer.